Welcome to
the
4 o'clock robots.
Hi, I'm Tim.
I'm Ben.
Hi, I'm Keith.
Welcome to the 4 o'clock robots podcast.
Putting the good in almost good.
So the difference with our podcast is we hardly will ever be in a room together, as we will just be doing this on a phone, sending voice memos to each other and recording separately, which I think is quite a novel idea. I don't know of anyone else that does this. So it's either going to be really cool or it's not going to work at all, but we'll have to see how it works out. I think if we contribute, we'll come up with some good things and we'll have some good topics to talk about. So just a little bit about us. We're all friends. We come from Ipswich. We're in a band together called the 4 o'clock robots.
We've been a band kind of for about 10 years now. Gray's a new addition as a bassist, and apparently, according to your message you just put, Tim, we're out of style. Nice.
Meow, 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 meow.
Gobby says, always introduce your podcasts in a quiet room.
Shut up, Gobby.
So that's Keith's cat. He's called Gobbolino. She's called Gobbolino. And we call her Gobby. And I don't know how often we'll hear from the cat. I expect more often we'll probably be hearing from Keith pretending to be the cat.
Tim, do you have to pretend to be Gray?
No, I'm not going to pretend. No, my brother, the bassist in the band, won't be part of the podcast, I don't think. He might join now and again. He'll probably be there when we write some songs and have a few jam sessions, and yeah, we might include my brother at some points, but he won't contribute. He won't be talking too often. Just listen back to that memo. I can't believe how much I sound like William Shatner. No, he will not be contributing.
Acting is distracting.
We should do the entire podcast as robots, but at the moment it does sound a bit like the whole thing has been put together by Siri. So should we just get on and start sort of talking about how we want to see this podcast going and like get onto a topic? Do you want to start with like a news topic, or what do you think, guys?
No, Siri would make far less sense than that. Also, your brother doesn't have WhatsApp or even a decent phone, so I don't think there's going to be any way of getting it on here. Well, someone decided to steal a whole cash machine from BP petrol station in Sudbury. That's fairly interesting. I have no idea how the hell you get into one of those things.
I suppose there's one way to get it. Someone was stabbed last night in Felixstowe. I don't know if that's a bit heavy, though. Should we actually do this like a news thing, then?
Tim, you're not bleeding at all, are you?
Last night, a man was stabbed in Felixstowe.
Last night, a man was stabbed in his Felix toe.
Mary can't Felix walk.
I genuinely have no idea what you just said. Okay, after listening to it about 4 times, I finally got it. Police are asking for witnesses, but all they've come across so far is a pair of toeless socks.
The
4 o'clock robots.
No one has yet been fingered by the police, but they're still searching.
I'd love to include all this, but I don't know if this is going to get us in trouble or not. And I don't want to get stabbed by the man who did the stabbing, so should we do like fun and interesting news instead of crime-related stuff?
No. If you can find some good news, bring up the topic and we'll talk about it, but it's a hell of a lot easier to find bad news. Like there was a guy who threw an alligator through the drive-thru of a Wendy's in America. That's some seriously messed up poop.
How do you even do that? How? What? Who throws an alligator? Hi, this is the entertainment news with Keith Geeta. Through a window, someone threw an alligator. They say they did it as a complaint for there being no cheese, but this is in an American restaurant called Wendy's.
Or is that entertaining news?
Yeah?
New segment. Gator News! I like it because there's lots of pictures of the gator in Wendy's, so people actually stop to take a picture, and they're not that far away from it, so it's got to make you wonder what kind of brain capacity they have, or, I mean, the people holding the phones to take the picture, not the gator.
I can imagine they're like, no, Mum, I brought my burger. I want to finish my burger. I ain't going.
Chop that deal off and put it in that deep fat fryer for 3 seconds and it's good to go. Excuse the horrendous American accent there. Did you hear about the Playboy Mansion? In January, it went up for sale for $200 million, but only on the condition that Hugh Hefner remains living there. So you get a permanent tenant if you decided to spend that much money on a house that really must be falling apart by now.
To be fair, he's falling apart as well, so he probably won't be there for long.
Breaking news! Hugh Hefner held together by cum. Yeah, you're going to have to edit that round out, aren't you, Tim?
Oh, God!
Serious question for you, though. Who was Phone?
Who was Phone? I didn't hear what you said there. I'm all for bad accents, though. We can definitely do some hillbilly sketches in our next few podcasts if it comes up. Yeah, I'm really concerned by the alligator incident. Can't really think how that would play out if it was Britain. Someone would go to like a McDonald's drive-thru and throw a great crested newt through the window, maybe? I don't know.
I was going to ask, where do you find an alligator in Britain, but a newt is probably a far more plausible idea, and probably a little bit more terrifying if it's the size of an alligator. Tim showing his age with the Who Was Phone meme. Look it up, Tim.
Oh, if it's a meme, I'm not even going to bother. I can't be bothered. They don't appeal to me that much. Yeah, I'd rather be talking about newts and English heritage. At least I knew how to pronounce meme when I first read it. I think a lot of people my age and over might think, what the heck is a meme? Got a bit of good news. I've just read on the Guardian website that apparently the birthday song, Happy Birthday to You, will soon be free for anyone to use. But the person who owned it had to pay £14 million to do so. Everyone who's tried to use Happy Birthday in the past has been charged to use it. So in films and radio and other forms of media. And now the owners, who are part of the Warner Company, have had to reimburse those people. And it's come to £14 million. And the courts just said, no, you don't own it, so you shouldn't really be doing this. So you're going to have to compensate everyone that's had to pay to use it in the past.
Wait, so is it free now, or it was going to be free? Because you say they had to reimburse people that have used it previously.
Basically, the law's just changed, so they have to reimburse people that have paid for it in the past, and from now on, they cannot hold a licence to own the song, so it's in the public domain. So I think the final court case has just gone through. So I think they said any time now. Obviously, being some news article, it's a little bit vague, but that's what I gathered.
I still prefer the Simpsons Michael Jackson version. Lisa, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa. And yes, I realise I can't sing, and that's why I'm the drummer. Great, now I'm going to have that stuck in my head. Thanks, Tim. Happy birthday, Lisa. Lisa, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa. Yeah, please don't put my singing on here.
I always like the Stevie Wonder song, Happy Birthday to You. That one. And I think Michael Jackson was good friends with Stevie Wonder, and Michael Jackson owned the rights to Happy Birthday for quite a long time. Now you can also tell that I'm not the singer in the band either. I'm the guitarist. Ben, you should have introduced your daughter there, because I could hear her in the background for a second. I'm going to introduce my girlfriend in a second. If you want to go first and introduce Violet.
Never a good idea to get between her and her dinner. I'll have to properly introduce her when she's not eating or quite so grumpy because it's nearly her bedtime.
Oh, that's so cute. So that's Violet, your daughter. Is she 2, isn't she? She's about 2 years old. She sounds cool. Just don't get between anyone and their dinner. I'm now going to introduce you to my girlfriend, Santana. You can squeal if you want. Just don't get in between her. That's all I can say.
What do you mean, 2? She's 14. She just has a bit of a speech impediment. And this is my life partner. Say hello.
Hi, I'm Bruce. I used to be known as Betty.
Bloomin' thing keeps cutting me off after 10 seconds. How do you record more than that?
That's not good. I didn't realise. I'm going to hold this button down for 11 seconds, hopefully. Here we go. Oh yeah, we're in the clear. I don't know, mate. Maybe it hates you. Maybe your iPhone doesn't like you. I've liked your impression. That's a keeper. That's going in the podcast.
Apparently it's a sodding problem with iPhone. I've looked it up and apparently messages only send 10-second clips as well. Oops, God.
It's like something out of a film where you used to put money in the phone and it would run out and you'd have to get everything sent. Or, yeah, my answer phone is about to finish recording what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's really annoying, but it looks like I'm kind of restricted to 10-second or 9-second clips now. Damn, that one cut me off after 8 seconds. The cheek.
Well, with Apple, you get what you pay for, and you probably didn't pay for this app.
Well, yeah, you got me there. WhatsApp was free for me. So, nah.
Okay, I'll see if you can do a decent response within your 10-second time limit in a second to what I'm about to say. Just read some interesting news. A badger has uncovered a Bronze Age burial site near Stonehenge. And a bit of local news I've just found as well. At the Great Yarmouth Sea Life Centre, a shark has managed to clone itself by producing 2 fertilised eggs just by replicating its own DNA and somehow putting that in the egg. So these are going to be hatched into baby sharks in another few weeks. And apparently, this website tells me that this is actually very rare, but it does happen. There's been a few different species of shark that have been able to clone themselves. And it also happens sometimes in chickens as well.
Now the question is, how do you tell the difference between a shark, normal shark, and a cloned shark? It's like when they cloned Dolly the sheep. How do we know that it was actually a cloned sheep and not just another sheep?
I should have really done my local news segment in a local accent. So I might do my old Suffolk accent, Suffolk, Norfolk, for any more local news that happens. I'll have to maybe talk about the Sea Life Centre in Great Yarmouth when the old sharks have hatched. Maybe we should go to visit them sharks and see the clone little babies.
As for the badger, I don't think you really know, but if you ever feed a badger the larvae of a snail, it will indeed poop out bronze. I've got a brand new combine harvester. Yeah, actually, that does sound like a good idea. We should make a trip of it. That would be good.
Oh, well, like your conspiracy theory kind of thing. Yeah, I don't... There's no way anyone in the general public could ever know whether the sheep was a clone or not. We just have to believe what the scientists are saying. And the only thing I've got to go on this website is that this the mother shark hadn't been in contact with a male for over 2 years. Yeah, that's a good fact, and I'm surprised not everyone knows. Yeah, you have to fatten up the larvae first, otherwise the bronze is just... it's too small to do anything with. Yeah, if you need any decent size amount of bronze, then the larvae have to be in prime physical condition. So when we're making this trip of it, do you mean... No, I was going to say a terrible joke about popping some LSD and going to a Sea Life Centre, but for another time maybe. Local news. This is 6 o'clock Anglia television. 3 youths from the 4 o'clock robots.
Dude, we're famous. They're like talking about us on the radio and stuff, but they got the time kind of wrong. Can't help but think you're slightly mocking me there with the larvae thing. I hear laughter, but yeah, it's not good, Tim.
No, you didn't hear laughter, you heard larvae.
That was terrible, even for you.
I can't really imagine that this podcast won't take place without the worst jokes imaginable. Yeah. You guys are going to have to work hard to keep to my terrible low level of humour. I bet Keith's got a number of jokes he can tell right now. Do you fancy showcasing some of your worst jokes?
And I've caught up on the messages.
Real thought-provoking stuff, wasn't it? And yeah, sod you about your 10-second non-limit. Just as a side note here, you guys have to watch this film, Canadian Bacon. It's absolutely hilarious. It's got John Candy, Alan Alda, Rhea Perlman and Rip Torn in it. And it was made about 10 years ago, and it is brilliant. Please watch.
Came out 21 years ago. How old does that make you feel?
Damn it, yeah, that's... I was about 10 then. I feel old. However, I do love Alan Alda, and he hasn't aged much since then, although he had aged terribly since MASH. Still looks really good, though. He's such a good actor. Love him. Have you seen it then, Keith?
Don't think I have. I'll try and watch it this weekend.
You should try doing some jokes as well, Keith. Never mind, I'm sure we'll do some sooner or later. I've never heard or seen or... I don't even really know who Alan Alda is, so maybe I need to research it as well. Just stuffing my face with a banana. I'm on my lunch at the moment. Can't think of any good films that I've seen lately, but I'm very excited because I might be seeing Deadpool tonight. I'm looking forward to that.
I should be watching Deadpool as well tonight. I'll tell you something I just brought, which is something I've never brought in my life before. A cat urine sample tester. There you go. Talk about that.
How do cats make urine samples?
Frankly, it's taking the pee.
I have found a way around this 10-second...
You can test them, but how do you get the urine sample in the first place?
A special litter and a syringe and a bottle to put it in. Generally, yeah. I have to kind of follow my cat around for a while and wait until she needs to go. Fun.
You should have bought a urine sample kit first. I know you got the tester, but you need the kit to make them first. I wonder if my weekend's going to be more exciting than that.
I see your point, yes. It's a urine sample collecting kit that I have that will then be taken to the vets and they will test it. Thank you, Tim.
Other fun things are you going to be getting up to this weekend? I think I'm going to get some tattoos, and I might be going to the supermarket. That's how exciting my life is. We'll have to write some songs. We'll have to get together and write some songs for this podcast as well. If we don't come up with any ideas, I think we should just play a couple of our songs that we play in our band. But it'd be nice to have some like original jingles and things like that. Some comedy songs.
I was talking to a few friends. Yes, I have them. I was telling a few people I should book a week off work.
Thanks to Tim, I have found a way around this 10-second bollocks. Way around this 10-second bollocks. That, sorry, I might have to beat that out. I have found a way around this 10-second
Robots.
that I was restricted to, but it's a few more buttons, so I won't be doing it a lot. I'll be doing mostly the 10-second clips. What tattoo are you going to get, Tim? Or you said tattoos. What tattoos are you going to get? I'm a bit disappointed because I was supposed to be getting tattooed on Sunday, but my tattooist is having eye problems, so I can't do that anymore. Did you have fun cleaning up the pee-pee, Keith?
The PP is clean. I repeat, the PP is clean. I really don't know why that's so loud.
This is the part where the story changes. Feels like we were stuck there for ages. I'm hoping you feel much more fulfilled. Now it's time for us to get ill.
So did you guys enjoy Deadpool? I'm really excited about going to see it on Sunday.
Deadpool is a really good film.
Didn't happen to take your finger off the button a bit too soon there, did you, Keith?
You got me, I was crossing the road. Safety first. I really like this Song Wars idea, right? What should we have as the kind of theme?
I've been thinking of a theme to go with, and all I can come up with so far is something like public transport or something, like bus or train rides.
Deadpool is the best superhero film I've ever seen. It's only because of the context of all the other superhero films. Like, it really, really plays on them, it references them, it's really tongue-in-cheek, it's really good, such good humour, such good comedy, the action's incredible. It felt like I was watching a film for maybe 3/4 of an hour. It flew by. It was the best superhero film ever. Adam and Joe are one of our heroes, so let's do some song wars in the style of Adam and Joe. Let's go for it.
Geez, Tim, are you being promoted by Deadpool or something? What's going to be the theme of the first song then?
I would love to get promoted by Deadpool. I'd like him to come round my house and play Cluedo with me. I don't know. Yeah, we should do a theme, maybe a... this is going to be difficult. If we can write a song in 5... Yeah, set yourself a limit. You've got to write your song in 5 minutes with any ridiculous, stupid rhyming words. It doesn't even have to rhyme. And we should then record it and get it sent that day. So just really keep it short and sweet, just whatever comes out. You can write it however you want. I'll probably be playing ukulele because I've just started enjoying playing the ukulele. So I'll probably record and sing on playing that, maybe add a few extra instruments. I'd like to hear some of the electronic stuff that you've been working on, Ben, if you can just put something quick together. Any topic, just whatever comes into your head. We could pick something out of the news, we could then reference that, it'd be quite easy. Tell me what you think.
And that is Violet. Do you mean write it in 5 minutes? Because we're all going to be writing it at different times, surely. And since you love spandex so much, why don't we do a topic of superheroes?
Nice, I like the superheroes. That's good.
Superheroes is a goal. Chuck, superheroes is a goal.
Everyone, take 5 minutes, just decide on something and go, you've already, fuck it, forget this one. Yeah, we just write it out on our own in 5 minutes. If we're all doing it at different times, it doesn't matter. Just present your workings in a few days.
A few days.
Oh, a few days? Okay, that one recorded my message tone as well. Sorry about that.
Yes, in a few days. The lesser spotted 4 o'clock robot takes a few days before presenting his musical masterpiece.
What a sexy voice you have. I think Keith should get a tattoo of a couple of spoons or maybe a harmonica or something.
What?
Cock robot.
Is that Jamie suggesting a cock robot as a tattoo?
Yeah.
What are we saying the limit on time is for the length of a song?
Roughly November Rain length.
Ta-har, me hearties. You're in for a special treat with this beauty. Captain of the Seven Seas, that's what the kiddies call me. I'm always here to lend a hand. You know, I'm so carefree. Didn't ask for this title, it was given by a manatee. An absent-minded suicidal lady that went by Mary. I wear this cape on me back to fly, it allows me. I'm the only pirate in all the land whose spandex flows so freely. You might think it a little strange, that's how it's done in Swansea. Although I drink a lot of orange, I suffer not from scurvy. There's nothing that I'd rather do than bury treasure daily. Then go sit down upon my ship and settle with some green tea. I'm not what you'd refer to as your normal hero, maybe, but I might just save your life from a horrendous looking harpy. Here's my final warning to all that try to offend me. Watch your back, I will attack and Control-Alt-Delete thee. All I demand is to hear from you an apology. Otherwise you'll end up as an unhappy amputee.
So what's the theme?
Sounds like you got a bit of catching up to do on the memos. It's a superhero theme. In fact, no, you knew it was superheroes because you said it before, you muppet.
So why have you done one about pirates?
It's a pirate superhero. He wears spandex and a cape. How much more superhero can you get? I just wanted to do something different.
Fair enough.
I'm absolutely blown away by that. That was such a good song. Pirate superhero.
Oh my god, that Deadpool film is so good, from the awesome cameo to the mask reveal cameo at the end. I'm not going to reveal it because obviously some people may not have gone to see it yet. As a person who doesn't like superhero films, what did you think?
I fucking loved it. There was so much innuendo and balls and knobs but not too many, and it was fantastic.
Every part of it was just perfect.
There wasn't a boring bit at all.
And the introduction with the credits at the beginning.
The credits were like directed by some ballsap, produced by a dickhead. It was like,
so overpaid dickhead,
Yeah, I already love this film.
Man, that was awesome. Yep, go and see it, guys. Oh, not you guys, Tim and Keith, because you've already seen it. Everyone else, go and see it.
Great review. I'd probably go and see it again after hearing that. Yeah, from the very, very start to the very, very end, it was great. Yeah, I'd like the credits as well, and I like the cameos and the reveals and stuff. Yeah, that was a really good review, and thanks, Emily, for getting involved.
When I go off, all people faint and shout. My ex-girlfriends all suffer from nuclear fallout. I tell the robbers to stop, please, as I pull down my trousers and say, freeze. Once a time, when I saw a crime, they picked on a girl. So why drop trowel? My power's sometimes misunderstood, because when I explode, there goes the neighborhood. My power is weird. Before you start, can explode a room with just one thought. You might think that it's quite sad. Who am I? Atomic lad.
Nice try, Keith. I bet you can't wait to hear my ukulele masterpiece.
Them be fighting words, Tim. When do we get to hear yours then? Sorry for the wheels on the bus in the background of that one.
You really can't tell what's in the background. I don't think you should be giving the game away quite so easily. I would have just ignored that noise, but now I know what's on your podcasts list and on your song list. You go home from work and you listen to the wheels on the bus. I'll have a go at recording mine tonight, and hopefully there won't be any nursery rhymes in the background.
That was kind of giving the game away, because I was rehearsing for the next song we're doing, but I've got to change it from the wheels on the bus now, even though we don't know what the theme is yet.
Yeah, no public transport allowed.
Can the next song be about segways then? Or those stupid floaty boards that they're using nowadays? God, I feel old.
That's a good idea, I like that. I was actually going to say we should do something about the kids of today.
I was just kidding, by the way. The end of your audio sounded very tinny, Tim. Tinny Tim.
I need to learn how to keep my face nearer the phone when I speak. This is me near the phone. This is me far away. How tinny does it sound now? Tinny Tim, Timmy Tim, Tinny Tim, Tim Tim, Timmy testing, tinny tinny testing. I think we should go with the segue idea. So I think it'd be great. We can really take the mickey. It's not really the future I was looking for when it was 1985 and I was watching Back to the Future thinking hoverboards are going to be awesome.
How about Segway death, like off a mountain or something? Sound familiar?
There have been Segway deaths. I haven't heard. Nope, I don't know anything about it. Good name for a band though, Segway Death.
The guy that invented the Segway fell off a cliff on his Segway and died.
Oh, you're joking? Are you sure? I watched a really good documentary about him about a month ago and thought he was a genius. It's going to make me really sad if it's true. Is it not just an urban myth?
I reckon sexy songs. Sexy songs.
He died the 26th of September in 2010. That was a fair while ago, Tim. Sorry, that sounded a bit more patronising than I was hoping for. Sorry. I like the sexy songs idea. Could get some really bad porno background music for that.
Yeah, God, Tim, 2010? Gah, where are you living? Yeah, I think the sexy songs would be quite good. Kind of bow, chicka, bow, wow type of thing. Maybe, yeah.
Perfect. We don't even need instruments. We'll just do it all a cappella with some awesome drum beats by our mouths. That went wrong.
Let me lick you up and down with my mouth. Blah, 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 blah.
Thanks, I don't want to be licked today. Thank you very much. A sexy song about Segway death, then, please. Sexy Segway death, it's a hell of a ride.
Love the Segway death song, Tim. That's fantastic. Keith, I'm not really sure what else you expect to lick me up and down with. In fact, no, I don't think I want to know. Oh, go on, tell me.
With desire, Ben. With desire.
Who's this desire of which you speak?
Possibly a lady who works in the toilets in a club in Soho, but yeah, he's the judge.
Band trip to Soho. What says you? Or we could go to Colchester Zoo.
Sounded like you did a Spice Girls version there. Colchester Zoo. Do you think you are? Talking of songs, I worked on both my songs last night. I've got a Segway one and a superhero one, and I will be letting you hear them soon. Right, I'm pretty sure it's an urban myth about the inventor of the Segway, because I've just done my research, and the thing I was watching on Netflix was called Slingshot, and it was about Dean Kamen, the inventor of the Segway, who is a complete, amazing, mad genius entrepreneur, inventor, and he's trying to solve the world's water crisis at the moment by helping invent pumps and water distillation and purification systems in the third world. And it's really, really good, actually, really worth a watch, because he's just so mad, crazy, and like focused on his inventions. He's more like wacky than Steve Jobs. Like, he's so driven and doesn't take no for an answer. I think you should both watch Slingshot. I think it's a brilliant thing. And so I guess he's not dead either. I think it must be an urban myth.
I'm sorry to say, Tim, that he did actually die in 2010. You ought to have a look on Wikipedia. I know it's not but it is fairly reliable. Also, if you do a Google search for the creator of the Segway dying, it does come up with a rather interesting Wikipedia page of inventors who were killed by their own inventions. Also, I had no idea that we were actually taking this Segway song seriously. Segway song seriously. I'll have to get thinking on what I'll do for that. Okay, Tim has just sent me a link, and it's clear that I was wrong and that it was all a lie. Actually, a British businessman that fell off the cliff, not Dean Kamen. Sorry, Timmy.
No probs at all, Ben. The only reason I was so sure that he hadn't died was because this documentary I watched was fantastic. It was really fascinating. The British businessman that fell off the cliff turns out to be the guy who bought the Segway company off Dean Kamen, the inventor. So I don't know if Dean Kamen had sabotaged the equipment or what, and had a grudge against him, but it sent him over a cliff regardless. What a way to go. You can write whatever you want, but I'm going ahead with the Segway one because I had a great idea for a song. I really like it. It's very vaguely in the Segway sort of tribute camp, but it goes off on its own tangent. The less I say about it, the better, really. You're just going to have to wait and have a listen. My superhero song sounds pretty good too. I wrote the superhero one first, and Segway came straight afterwards. I think they're getting better. So the Segway one, probably an improvement on the superhero one. I've got to get my ukulele out in a minute and get it recorded.
You're talking all this good stuff about your tunes, but I'm seeing no product. Come on, Timmy. Did you manage to find any time to record it at all last night? Or both of them?
I wanna ride you, baby, like you're a Segway. Slowly, cautiously, afraid for my life. I wanna take you to my garage and polish you, baby. Show you to my neighbors and show you to my wife. Heaven in my eyes revolves around us. On a Segway, I have not a stairway or a bus. Two-person ride on a custom-made Seg, side by side like we were joined at the leg. Oh, you're my sexy Segway lady. You're my automated bitch. You push my buttons, knobs, leave me sugar, and you fiddle with my switch. Yeah, you like it when I stand on you and grab hold of your handles, but it's usually safe and done in flats, so I usually wear sandals. I like your grey complexion, your body goes well in rubber. I like to take you out sometimes, but never to the club bar. You're rubbish at climbing and can't stand the rain. If it was a long day, you'd surely complain. But you're my sexy Segway lady. You're my automated bitch. Push my button, leave me sugar, oh yeah, and yeah, you fiddle with my switch. You like it when I stand on you and grab hold of your handles, but it's only safe to do down the flats, so I usually wear sandals. My scientific masterpiece, I never want you to change. I keep with you forever, depending on how quickly you age. These new models came out of nowhere, but seem a bit too hot. It's like they could almost catch fire. Is that really all they've got? But you are my sexy Segway lady. You're my automated bitch. All my buttons, moon, leaving sugar, even fiddle with my switch. You like it when I stand on you, grab hold of your handles, but it's only safe to turn in flats, so I usually wear sandals. It doesn't mean I want one, honey. I'm not even tempted. Besides, I've spent all my money I'm going to now. I bought you twice over so you didn't feel rented. Oh, you're my sexy Segway baby. La 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 blah blah.
Robots, robots, robots.
They call me Mushroom Clown. I'm not nuclear, but I am dangerous. They call me Mushroom Clown. I'm extremely overweight and also slightly famous. I'm pretty much a big deal around these parts. I eat so much that I'm made of germ tots. A mushroom clown, yeah. Don't you forget it, mushroom clown. I'm gonna tell you the rest of the story, then regret it. You ain't seen nothing, heard nothing, smelled nothing yet. Never let me nibbies, cause that's your regret. It's like my ass was popping after eating too much spinach. I'm super powered, turbo boosted, strong to the finish. A mushroom clown, yeah. Yeah, mushroom clown, yeah. My skills in that department of seconds are none. You'll never believe what I'm capable out of my bum. Yeah, I'm a mushroom clown. So take a heat of the warning. I'm not a superhero. I'm just appalling. Yeah, I'm a mushroom clown. Just take heat of warning. Yeah, I'm a mushroom clown. I'm downright appalling.
I'm loving the Segway song, Tim. Falling in love with the Segway and paying price twice over so she doesn't feel rented. And have both of you got anal fixation or something with your superhero songs? I'm really looking forward to hearing Keith's now.
If I can include anything about bums or things coming out of bums or going into bums, then I probably will. Yeah, I'm glad you like them. I can't wait for the next topic because I'm on a roll now. I've got the ukulele really helps writing and recording songs really quickly on the fly, so it doesn't take very long at all.
Which song would you guys like to use first to get people voting for as a kind of introduction to this podcast? How's that going, by the way, the editing, Tim?
It's all coming together nicely now. I think I've got about half an hour's worth of stuff. I'll just put these songs up in the order of superheroes and then the Segway song. I'll put them both on the podcast, and people could just listen and decide if they like them. Did you want them to be put up on Facebook then, like separately, just as a song?
Yeah, maybe just put them up on Facebook as well as the podcast, so that if people don't want to listen to the podcast, they can just listen to the recording and then get an idea of where we're heading, and then maybe listen to the podcast. I don't know why we're recording the audio of this though. Actually, I think I started that. Yeah, sorry, you're probably going to have to do some extra editing on this, Tim. Sorry.
Yeah, I just followed suit, really. Anyway, I think it's more like Keith. We're just having something that we could be sending over text, and we've ended up sending it some other way. It's all good. We can include this in the podcast. People can really get an idea of what we're thinking and how we're going about planning this podcast. I do like the idea of just writing songs and being kind of like the band that shows how they write their songs, so it could be quite interesting. But I'm fairly certain we'll go off on lots of tangents like we do in our band practices as well. We'll end up talking more than playing music. But yeah, the aim should be, I guess, to just talk about music. The 4 O'Clock Robots podcast should be about the 4 O'Clock Robots and how we think and how we write our songs.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, if we do go off on tangents at band practice, I can always stick them up on the Facebook too.
That's a good plan, actually, yeah. It'd be nice to think that when we do actually get in a room together, we kind of have a way of recording all that rubbish that we come up with. I like the sound of that. I haven't heard from Keith in a little while. How are you, Keith? How's those songs? Have you sent... Yeah, you sent one so far. So where's the other one?
I think he wanted to redo that superhero one because of the music. But yeah, not heard from him in a while. Keith!
Did you just say Keith or cheese? I hope it was cheese. I hope you're on your post round at the moment, just going up to people's doorways and cheese. Are you taking selfies with all your customers?
I think you might need to get your ears checked there, Tim. No, it was definitely Keith. Sorry to disappoint you. No, I'm not taking selfies with the customers. I think I'll get in some weird looks after I got the introduction recording. Very
surprised by that. I think you got a few decent customers to really help you out there very quickly. I thought everyone would be in a foul mood in the early hours of the morning. But yeah, I'm surprised you got a load of people to do. This is the 4 O'Clock Robots.
I started out by telling them that it was for a podcast, but by the end of it I was just like, I'm doing a radio show and I need some sound bites. Can you just say the word o'clock?
Did wonder if you just put the microphone in their face or you had to explain lots and lots beforehand. Yeah, I bet everyone was a bit shocked, but I'm glad they helped out.
Now, basically what I did was say, everybody in the place, come on, let me hear you say robots. And it just kind of worked out. Talking about robots... Do you want to explain how you came up with the name, Tim?
Yeah, it's all thanks to my brother, really. He joined the band about a year and a half ago. Our bassist left, and I decided to get him to join. He just started sort of picking up basses and getting interested in playing music. So I thought he'd be a good replacement. I see him all the time, so it's easy for me to sort of teach him the songs and get him up to speed. And yeah, since he's joined, we've had probably more gigs in shorter spaces of time than we ever have, so things seem to be going in the right direction. He sort of said, are we going to carry on as the Sporadics, because we've had a a few different members come and go. And I was like, well, yeah, I think maybe now's time for a name change. If we're going to start playing more often, we've got different members in the band, why don't we change our name? So yeah, we used to be called the Sporadics, which was great because we hardly ever played gigs. So yeah, when people did see us, it was only very sporadically. And I've always liked the bands with the. So if you're a member of the band, you are one of the Sporadics or whatever. So yeah, we were the Sporadics, but each member can be a Sporadic. So when we came to changing our name, I thought we needed to still be the band. And then I remembered sort of teasing my brother when he was in school about the fact that he used to go to a little geeky after school club. So I thought, right, okay, maybe we could be something to do with the robot club that he used to go to, because he used to go to a little after school club where they used to build robots. And it turns out the guy that taught this club was actually part of Robot Wars. He was one of the contestants on Robot Wars. And so this school club started at 4 o'clock. So, 4 o'clock robots. That's a good name for a band. Luckily, everyone else seemed to like it, so that's the name we went with.
I thought the name came from the one and only time that Keith was able to get sex. Am I wrong?
The
4 o'clock robots.
That was a very thorough explanation, Tim. I like it. Well done. I always thought the name of our band was the Sparrow-Dicks. Did Jamie lie to me?
No, you've just got sex and dicks on the brain, Ben.
Sounds like a new album name.
Coming soon from the 4 o'clock robots, previously known as the Sparrow-Dicks. Sex and dicks on the brain.
I prefer sex and dicks in the brain, but you know.
I don't really know where to come in on this conversation.
I don't even know if you can class it as a conversation. It's definitely gone downhill.
I think what we all need is Bacon Face to introduce the band.
Did someone mention Bacon Face? Introducing the band who wants to have dicks and sex in their brain and doesn't know when to come in.
I think Bacon Face should talk in a really, really bad, slightly racist Japanese accent. I don't know how you guys feel about this.
I do not know if it's a politically correct way of speaking, but yeah, if he had a lot of bacon strapped to his face, he kind of could do a very racist sounding voice, even without meaning to.
I think Tim is either having an aneurysm or has had a stroke. I'm not sure what that accent was at all. But yeah, I'd forgotten about Bacon Face. Does someone want to explain that to someone? Was it your brother Keith? I can't really remember now.
Bacon Face is pretty much our Bez. So he'd just kind of dance around the background, and yes, he would have a face of bacon. The idea was kind of removed because it may have seemed to be offensive to people who don't eat bacon. And like seeing it on a face would be offensive. But yeah, my brother was going to be Bacon Face. He was going to line bacon on his face, probably in a kind of mesh type of fashion, leaving eye holes, and dance about and like introduce the band. Maybe he can become a robot?
I think it's one of those things where if you know someone, it's okay. So if you know a vegetarian, you can make fun of the vegetarianism. So there you go, guys.
If I know a bacon?
Do you know the bacon man, the bacon man, the bacon man?
Do you know the bacon man? He lives on Pork Chop Lane.
Oh, so we're not talking about the one on Piggy Boulevard then? I don't know the other one.
Do you reckon I should dye my hair?
We were going great guns with a Piggy Boulevard, and then Keith suddenly wants to dye his hair and change the subject. I'll repeat that because I do believe I just had my finger on the microphone. So we were going great guns there, talking about Piggy Boulevard, and then Keith goes and changes the subject about dyeing his hair.
Great gun. Tim, how old are you? I say go for the natural green look like myself.
Hang on, natural green? I think blue might make my eyes pop.
Blue might make your eyes pop, was that? A bit windy where you are.
That blew so hard my eyes nearly popped out. Where were you guys yesterday then? Do you see that when that snow?
Oh yeah, that was great fun at work. Were you outside as well, Tim?
First of all, congratulations for understanding my Suffolk language. Good work. Yes, I was getting it in the face, like the actress said to the bishop.
Like the what said to the bishop, sorry?
Actress. I think I might be getting my sayings confused. I'm sure it was the actress said to the bishop. I can think of tarts and vicars when people do fancy dress, and I'm sure the actress and the bishop is another weird saying. Have you not heard that one before then?
No, you're absolutely right. I've not heard that one though, Tim. So, well done. Apparently the American version of this is that's what she said.
Oh, the Americans, they're so politically correct.
Yeah, damn them and their 60 hertz video games. Nothing to do with being politically correct, but it's not fair they get a faster gameplay.
Talking of American inventions that we're jealous of, I've just found your email with your Segway song, Ben, so I'm going to now include that.
But that don't look too good. Then I skate, still I'm gonna be late. Next I cycle with a helmet, I look a fool. I jump in my car, empty tank, I won't get far. Looking around my garage, I wonder what I can make use of. I use this room for storage. But underneath I find my Segway. Oh! Segway, 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 let's go for a spin. Segway, 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 let the story begin. Gotta get to the shop before it closes. Gotta get some lollipops and do some Barry poses. I wanna run 1,000 miles, but I'm too lazy. I wanna run up and down those aisles, but my vision's hazy. Segway, 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 let's go tandem, me and you. Segway, 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 let the story continue.
My Segway song's better, Ben. Tough love. Nice try anyway. I enjoyed it, but mine's better. What else was I thinking? Oh yeah, there's loads of other American things that annoy me. Why can't we have all the stuff that they've got? Like, me and Santana were talking about garbage disposal. Why have we got to put all our stinky stuff in the bin? Then the whole house smells. Why can't we have garbage disposals in our sinks?
I wish I did have one for ease and convenience, but at the same time I would have a terrible fear of owning one and somebody putting their fingers in it. So I think that outweighs having one. I think we're just more intelligent and that's why we don't have them.
Yeah. We were born with bigger brains, but the Americans were born with like 20 fingers.
They were born with bigger everything else.
Yeah, they couldn't get their fat fingers down the drain, could they?
I want a lake cabin. I want a Canadian holiday home and an escape fishing cabin. Not that I'll ever do any fishing because I believe that's wrong. I just want the opportunity to have somewhere I can go.
Just have swingers parties then if you're not going to spend any time fishing.
I would happily go in for having a cabin in Canada. Not too sure about the swingers parties though. Oh, great song, Ben. Yeah, I really like the harmonica solo right in the middle of it, and the extended cut was awesome. Great work.
You enjoyed the Norman Cook remix, did you, Keith? We do have garbage disposals here in our sink. I think they're called chuggers. We used to have one where I used to live a long, long time ago. Hey. I can actually record for more than 10 seconds. This is incredible. Up to 16 seconds now. This is revolutionary.
Ben, I think your parents were keeping secrets from you. A chugger is something else. It's a charity mugger. You've had a person with a clipboard trying to get you to give money to a charity in your kitchen doing your washing up for you. You can do extended mixes on your voice memos. Your songs are going to be over 10 seconds long, and so are your wafflings.
Can I say hello, Ben? Can I say hello,
Yeah,
Ben?
say it now.
Hello, Ben!
That was Theo. This is Toby. He's a mute. Say hello, Ben. I'll have to do an impression of you if you don't do it.
Hello, Ben. I'm Toby. I'm 10.
Nothing.
What do you like to do, Theo?
Gate.
Gate. You like to do
Skate.
Skate. I thought you said you like to do gate. Yeah, you build gates. How old are you? 5. What else do you like to do, Theo? Hang upside down?
No. Just the things that I do.
You like to do the things that you do. Tell Ben what the things that you do are.
No.
Yeah.
I've got money and I'm going.
I got money and I'm going to the shops. My name is Toby and I'm 10. I'm gonna put on my flip-flops or my shoes, whatever I'm wearing. My skateboard's coming with me. My name's Toby, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to the shops now. Bye, Toby.
First of all, hi guys, it's nice to hear your voices, as opposed to Tim all the time. Tim, what was that song you were singing? Because the tune is stuck in my head now and I cannot remember. I'm sure it's from the 90s. I love that song anyway. I can guarantee you that we had a chugger in our sink in our kitchen and we did not throw our cutlery and plates and stuff down it to clean them. It's where you put your wasted food to chug it all up into oblivion.
Oh, sorry, I was poor. I had paper plates, so yeah, I just threw everything in the sink. Yeah, I don't know what that song was. It just popped into my head the second I started doing the voice memo. I was just there is no Shazam for this. You can't sing down to the Shazam man, and the man won't tell you what the song is. Good luck finding out. I'm gonna make you hate me if you don't already, Ben. I'm sorry. I am joking, by the way. I do know what a waste disposal is, and I do know there's more than one man that does Shazam.
Oh, I bloody love Soundhound. Have you ever tried that app? I just started singing that into it and it actually came up with something. Suzanne Vega. That name rings a bell. Not entirely sure what the song is called though. The song is called Tom's Diner. Now, I don't know what their advertisement you need to get this Soundhound app. I started singing into it and it guessed the song from my singing. And you know how bad my singing is from my songs that I've done on here anyway, so go give it a look.
I've just been speaking to Santana, my girlfriend, and she's very, very jealous that this company's already made a song recognising program. She just went, that was my idea, and literally just walked off. We were sitting in a park looking after the kids and she just decided to walk off. She's like, no, that was mine. I think she thought she'd be making lots of money, and she did sort of misunderstand for a second and think it was one lady sitting in an office that you had to ring and just sing any song out and she'd guess. I think she thinks that Soundhound was Sam Pound or Brown, I don't know, a person's name. Yes, that one woman. Ring her up. She'll guess your song for you. Sing any old nonsense. Try another song. Try some other random song and see if it recognises it. Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say, whale, whale. Really good idea, actually. If this does work, we can sing all of our songs down the phone, and if they are then recognised, it means, oh, we've got a copyright problem here. So if we write a song, we better make sure first that no one's written it first. We don't want to be in an Ed Sheeran situation and get sued for 10 million. If anyone's stolen the riff to my Segway song, I'm not going to be happy. I want to ride you, baby, like you were a Segway. No, that's totally mine. No one else is having that one. If I can't get my girlfriend to copyright music recognition apps, I am copywriting the Segway song. I'm gonna make millions, I tell you. Millions!
The Soundhound app has been around for a very long time, nearly as long as Shazam. That's how long I've had it on my phone for anyway. So I'm afraid it's quite an old concept now, although I've still no idea how on earth you would do it.
I wrote a song, but the software I have won't let me put audio on it. So I might have to write it again. Fun. And Isla's going to do a song. Go! Sing a song about Segway. It's like a scooter that you don't have to push yourself. So it's automatic.
Sing a song about Segway. Go.
I can ride it every day.
Every day.
I don't have to push it. Hey.
Hey.
I just stand on it and it goes.
It goes.
What do I do? Do I just ooh ooh ooh?
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
It's so amazing. How does it do it? How does it do it? How does it do it? How? Thank you.
Considering she doesn't know what a Segway is, that was incredibly well improvised. And Keith, about your parenting skills, I'm sure it's child abuse getting your child to sing about something she knows nothing about, poor thing.
Sleepover.
Ask Keith. When are you going over for a sleepover?
Shall I shout it now?
Yeah.
When am I coming over for a sleepover, Keith?
Yeah, you want to see Isla, don't you? Or
Yeah.
do you just want to see Keith?
I want to see Isla.
Yeah, she wants to see Isla. Aww. Do you know a song about a Segway?
No.
Just make one up.
Hello.
Yes, that's a good start. Hello. Is it a Segway you're looking for? It's only got 2 wheels. It hasn't got any more. You can sing some Segway song.
It hasn't got any wings.
It hasn't got any wings.
It hasn't got any wheels.
Has only got 2 wheels.
It's only got 2 wheels. Bye bye.
Oh, she's got to go brush her teeth. Bye bye.
Can we all have a sleepover at Keith's and then Velcro our sleeping bags to the ceiling?
Now you're talking. I haven't Velcroed my sleeping bag to Keith's ceiling since 1973.
When you're a wee sperm. Isn't that right?
Segways don't have any wings. Segways only have 2 wheels. Segways, we saw a center box. I'm having a birthday party on the 30th. You can sleep over if you want then. Bye.
You guys can always Velcro yourself to my furry ceiling. Anytime.
Oh man, you've got a 70s furry ceiling. You need to get that waxed. Taylor's already gone to bed, so I'm happy to talk about waxing ceilings again.
I hate to be a party pooper, but it's the 30th today. Do you mean next month?
Yeah, next month. Either that or I'm a really bad dad.
There's only one bad dad, and he's Adam Buxton's bad dad.
Not entirely sure I get that reference, Tim. I haven't listened to Adam Buxton's new podcast very much. Is that his new podcast?
Oh, Ben, you do make me sad. No, Bad Dad was back in the day when Adam and Joe did their, they did Takeover TV, was the first thing on Channel 4. And then the Adam and Joe show. And Bad Dad met Coolio and went to several festivals, but he was the most poshest, most uptight father ever. And they got him rapping with Coolio and named him Bad Dad. Yeah, poor old Adam Buxton's dad's dead now. No, Bad Dad, I think, made it to about 90. They used to get him reviewing loads of really inappropriate films as well. Adam used to get his dad to watch things like Trainspotting and then give his opinion, and he was very uptight, and he was used to say, this does not seem like the appropriate kind of thing that the youth of today should be watching. You should give Adam Buxton's new podcast a good listen, though. He's done some great interviews, and he writes really good jingles as well, much better than we can.
I miss the Adam and Joe show. Those jingles were absolutely amazing. I recommend that to anyone out there that gets a chance to listen to them. Well, it cut me off after 9 seconds, so I guess I'm back to the good old days of 10 seconds or less. Bugger.
If you were a film, you'd be gone in 10 seconds.
Somebody ought to shoot you in the foot for that one. That was terrible.
Talking of being gone, Keith's gone on holiday, so we're not going to have any jingles from him anytime soon. We still need to hear his new improved Segway song.
Oh, damn, yeah. When is he back?
think he's only now gone, so I think we've got about 10 days before he comes back. We could just end the podcast here and leave everyone on a cliffhanger. It might be worth tuning into episode 2 of the podcast to find out how Keith got on with his mission to write a couple of good songs. Hopefully the time away did him good and he was able to get some decent results. We might as well just end it now. Hopefully you enjoyed the first episode of the podcast and you'd like to tune in for the second one. I'm Tim.
I have been Ben, and I'll say I have been Keith for Keith because he can't say it. We'll get back in touch with you guys soon. That is if you actually want to hear more of us. If not, then we'll upload stuff and it will just sit there.
I was going to say I'm more than happy making more of these, but yeah, whether anyone actually listens or not is a different matter. I definitely like the way things are going though. If we come up with a few ideas and it leads to us writing new songs, it's kind of good to show everyone how this process comes about. And at some point during the future, I think we should then work on the songs that we like the most and actually play them as a band so we could have a podcast of us performing live as well. So thanks once again for listening to the 4 O'Clock Robots podcast. And sorry Keith wasn't here to say goodbye, but he will be here in episode 2. So listen. No, fuck.
So listen. Wait, no. Fuck instead.
Yeah, listen. Every time we have a podcast, listen to it. Thanks, Ben. I've got to include it now because you're making me laugh. Yeah, podcast, robots, listen. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening. Get lost. That was the Robots podcast.
4 O'Clock Robots.
Follow the band with Tim Thorpe on guitar, Ben Beach on drums, Keith Geeter on vocals and Gray Thorpe on bass. Search 4 O'Clock Robots on Facebook, YouTube and SoundCloud.